when the deadline is not realistic, when what you're trying to achieve is instead of pushing you or instead of pulling you, it's breaking you. And I agree with that. A deadline or a constraint, having something that delimits and adds pressure either by time or their space that you're playing with. So this happens a lot during practice when coaches reduce the size of the field, they reduce or they limit the amount of touches that a player can make. So there's a constraint and this adds pressure to the situation, which then helps the player think quicker and improve the performance under pressure. But there are other things that we can include, like a deadline, because if you're setting goals by adding a deadline as well, then you say, okay, I have to achieve this, or I have to do a certain number of sets and reps by this time. So all of this in a way is preparing you to perform under pressure.
What I found interesting about setting a deadline, there are two main things. The first one is that setting a deadline channels your enthusiasm. And the second one is that it increases your creativity. When you have a time gap or you have a space where you have to perform, you need to develop your creativity in order to solve the situation. When you have the time, consuming the time is getting over, you need to act faster. And in that way, you increase your creativity and it channels your enthusiasm. You are happier, you are more motivated, you need to be more aware. So that's very interesting about setting deadlines. And another point is that those deadlines need to be reasonable. You can put like an impossible to achieve goal, because that's will put you a pressure, negative pressure on you.
Yes. When the deadline is not realistic, when what you're trying to achieve is instead of pushing you or instead of pulling you, it's breaking you. And I agree with that. When you're going from A to Z instead of focusing from A to B. And that's something that we discuss a lot with the players that we work with, because when you're setting goals or you have a deadline, it's important that you focus on the next level, the next thing, and then the next stage. And yes, I agree with you that it's important that the deadline is something that's achievable, or at least is within the realm of something achievable. Oh, you're still there. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope it helped you. And if it did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any comments, please write them down below. We would love to interact with you, to answer your questions so you can become a better soccer player or a coach. Bye.